Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn what is a loop and type of loops in R, which are for loop and while loop. So what is a loop? Basic loop means I'm iterating something or instructions to get executed till the condition is met. You really like what I'm saying. So basically looping means I have a bunch of instructions and I'm repeating them. I'm executing them till a condition is met. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's find out. There is a picture here. We have a loop in motion, which means it's keep going. Okay, think of it as like a washing machine. It's keep going, and then we have something called a broken loop, which means it's no longer in motion. It's not working. Not working. And this one is working. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's find out. Okay, so the first type we have, it's called for loop, and this is the syntax of a for loop. Okay, here we have for each item in a sequence, last item is reached. Yes, exit the loop, break the loop. No, and then return and repeat till it's what the last item is reached. What do I mean by that? Let me just show you here. We have for I in this thing is a list, which means it basically means 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what I'm saying that for I in 1 till 5, I want you to print the value I. So the first, the I will take the value of 1, and then it's gonna come, and then now first for I in 1 till 5, so the I will become 1, and then it's gonna be printed 1, just like here it's printed, and it's gonna come back, and then the I will become 2, and it's gonna print I, which is printed, and then it's gonna go back, and then it's gonna become 3 till the last item is reached. We have 5, it's going to print 5, it's going to come back and then see that the 5 was the last one. There is nothing after 5 and the loop will be broken. Now I'm going to give you an example. Let's say your dad gave you his mobile and he told you to, I want you to send this image to all the people in my phone book. Now for people who don't know what phone book is, it's basically a small notebook which look like this one. We used to store phone numbers for people before mobiles. Okay, now you can save the name and the mobile number on your phone, but before that we used to carry this small notebook and write down the name of the person and a phone number. Here was a telephone or a mobile. Usually was a telephone. You can see that's a telephone. So here we have for I in 1 till 5 print I, which was the previous example. But here in the phone book, for every person in a phone book, I want you to send the image. It's exactly the same example. Okay, let's say in this phone book I have 100 phone numbers, mobile numbers. Okay, mobile numbers. So here the 5 will be 100. So it's like I'm saying for, it's already written here, for every person, which is 100 in a phone book, send the image. This is what I'm trying to explain, that the for loop means that till the last item is reached here in this list, I want it to keep working till the last item is reached. After that, the loop by itself will be broken. Okay, it's gonna be like this. The I at the beginning will be empty because there is nothing, and then the I will take the value of 1, like this one. Okay, and then it's gonna print the I. It's gonna be 1, and then I will take number 2 because after 1 comes number 2. As I said, this thingy, the list, is actually look like this one. Okay, as once it reached 5, the last item in this list, the loop will be like, okay, there is nothing more after 5. I mean, that's it. That's the last item. And then it will be broken. The loop will be broken because it reached the last item. We have something called while loop. Now, while loop based on the onset and verification of logical condition. So there is a logical condition. Remember the logical operators, which are smaller than, greater than, smaller than, equal, greater than, equal. So here, now this is the syntax, okay, and this is how it works. It enters the while loop, and then we have a text expression. If it's false, immediately the loop will be broken. If it's true, it will keep looping till the test expression, which is the logical condition, will become false. Let me show you. At the beginning, I'm saying that I, inside the I variable, there is a value of 1. This thing means I'm assigning 1 to the I variable. So now we know that I is actually 1. Here I'm saying while I is smaller than 6, I want you to print the value of I. Okay? So which means I is going to be 1, and then going to be 2, and then going to be 3, and then going to be 4, and then going to be 5, because 5 is smaller than 6. And then when it's gonna become 6, the loop will come and check I smaller, which is 6. 6 is smaller than 6? No, 6 is equal to 6, so this won't be printed. The last item will be printed 5. Why? Because here I said I equal I plus 1, which means first of all I declared the variable I, that the I is gonna take the value of 1. So we know that I now is 1. And then I said while there's a logical condition. Once you see a logical condition in a loop, that's a while loop. Okay? And while loop there is a logical condition. And the for loop there is the last item. Okay? Here I said while I is smaller than 6, which means keep printing the I as long the value of I is smaller than 6. And then I said, now here I said I is gonna be equal to 1. But then after the print, I said that I want you to increase I by 1. So now it's 1 while I is smaller than 6. So 1 is smaller than 6. Yes, go ahead, print the I. That's the print of I, which is 1. And then the I, which was 1, is going to be equal I, which is 1 plus 1. So I will become 2. Okay, forget about this one, maybe it made you complicated, but now the value of I became 2 because I said that keep increasing the value of I by 1. Once the I became 2, go back to the while. 2 is smaller than 6? Yes, then print I. And then I have I equal to I, which was 2 after the second round, plus 1. So then I now became 3, and so on. Let me show you. Let's say here is going to be, it's exactly the same example. I, a variable, has the value of 1. So remember, I always say that the variable is like a box, and inside every box, when we assign a value, so it's inside the value. So this is the I box, and then that's the value number 1. While I is smaller than 6. This command, the while, think of it as a person who's coming and checking the box. This guy, blue shirt, is the while. He came and checked the box. He said, okay, the box is 1. And yeah, 1 is smaller than 6, so I'm going to print the value of I, which is 1. And then here, I will take a new value, which is 1 I. In the first round, the value of I is 1, plus 1 is 2. And then it's going to come back. Now the I is what? 2. The second round, the I is 2. Again, the while gonna come, this guy, blue shirt, is going to check, okay, yes, 2 is smaller than 6. So I'm gonna keep printing until the 5, yeah, 5 is smaller than 6. And then when it's gonna come back and see this guy, which is the blue shirt, 6 is smaller than 6? No. It's equal to 6. 6 is equal to 6. 6 is not smaller than 6. So the while loop will be broken, and the last item will be printed 5. Don't worry, I'm going to show you all that in RStudio. Okay, so we learned the type of loops, which is our for and while loop, and we learned about the loop structure. What do I mean by loop structure? I mean the way it's written and the way it works. This is the diagram that shows how it operates, the while loop, how it operates, and this is the structure. We're going to go to the RStudio and see in the next video.